Let's do it.
Doing it.
Oh, we never discussed who was doing what.
Well, I'm going to start.
Okay.
So I'm excited about this presentation, and we haven't done this one yet. So this is a new one for us. And this is one of those ones that's already put together and shared to us, which we think is great. And then we add our own twists. But oils for every age, I think this is a great one because even if you're not, pregnant right now or have an infant, you might have a friend who is struggling with something. And, we were just talking about how sharing is caring. And so I think this is a great one, even if you're a grandmother, like your daughter might be pregnant and could use some of these tips and tricks. So,
and it's not just about pregnancy at all. It's oils for every age.
Every age. And do we want to talk a little bit about, kind of why dōTERRA? Because just as a review, right?
Yeah. I mean, let's just hit it.
Yeah. So Bex and I, chose dōTERRA for the purity, for the amount of research, for the amount of energy, I guess, that goes into purity and no adulteration of the oils. So we're getting the most organic plant oil in the bottle as possible. And that's why I love dōTERRA. I also love that they are forming relationships with farmers, helping these farmers get good prices for their oils, paying them fairly, doing things in the communities to help these farmers in all these different countries. So those are two reasons I love dōTERRA. I mean, the oils are effective. They're inexpensive when you boil it down to how much you use per use. And they're safe. They're safe for all ages. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Add anything, Bex?
No, love it.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're starting from the beginning here. And I sure wish I had these oils when I was pregnant and when I had babies, for so many reasons. But we talk a lot about the lifelong vitality as a base, as a starting point for health and wellness. And these are a great, everyone gets the prenatal vitamin, but these are definitely a great, kind of switch out for the average prenatal vitamin. And absolutely take it to the doctor, show them what's in it, get their opinion. But these are a really good quality supplement, whole food nutrition, no synthetics. So your body is using every part of that, and they're amazing. And we talk about them a lot, but highly recommend those as a prenatal vitamin. And then Slim and Sassy is a blend. That's a metabolic. Is it called a metabolic blend? Yes. So it's energizing. It has like peppermint and oranges, and is there a little cinnamon in there? There's a mix of. It's kind of like a spicy but citrusy. So good for energy, nausea, and water to help minimize swelling. So those are two really good ones to use. There's a lot you can use with pregnancy. I would definitely add lavender into that mix, for pains and aches and helping you to sleep, that sort of thing.
Gina?
Yeah.
I have a question about the Slim and Sassy.
Yes.
How many, when is it best to take that, and how many times a day can you take it?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of people put this in their water daily, just in the morning, right? To help kind of energize and get your metabolism going. Oh,
I pulled these out. I take the capsules every morning too. So.
Okay. So you take them once a day?
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the oil, a drop in your water, a couple times a day is great, I think. Some people diffuse it as well because they love the kind of energizing aroma. I would say a couple times a day, Kim, you can definitely use it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Slim and Sassy a lot. And I, when I was doing my detox, it really helped curb my cravings as well. So I'd sniff it or put it in my water, and it would just kind of give me enough sweet to stop me craving for a little while, and I could move on for a little bit. So it was really good. Would never have thought of using it for pregnancy though. I love it. Nausea, and to reduce swelling. Yay.
All right, Bex.
All right, so the next piece that we would look for with pregnancy would be when you're trying to work with those aches and pains and relieve them naturally. So, I mean, when you're pregnant, they make it very clear that you're not supposed to take any medication at all. So this is a great time really to start with a natural product. Aroma Touch is the massage blend, and it's a more gentle approach to relieving tension and inducing more relaxation. Aroma Touch is it's got a basil base to it. There's lavender in there as well, a few other oils, but I can't think of them right now. But it says here, just apply it to your neck, shoulders and ankles to promote feelings of relaxation and lessen your tension, or use a carrier oil for a massage. I used to love getting my legs massaged when I was pregnant, so this would have been an amazing addition.
I was going to say, for like a lot of people experience like leg cramps and sciatic pain. Like this would be a really nice one to use daily.
So good. And then they're mentioning copaiba as well for calming the mind, easing discomfort, and helps boost breast milk supply when nursing. And as well with copaiba, you want to use that alongside every oil that you're using, whether pregnant or not, just in general, because it really helps to accelerate and accentuate the potency and the properties of the other oil. So it can really be a great oil to pair up with everything. And for those of you who might not know, copaiba works on the same cell receptors as CBD oil. And so its primary job is to restore homeostasis to the body. So whether that means reducing inflammation, reducing pain, it takes care of all of those things. So by using it on a regular daily basis, maybe twice a day under the tongue, and then alongside oils whenever you're using them, when you're applying them, it's really going to help to bring that body back to an equilibrium.
Absolutely. And we'll add stress and anxiety in there too, you know, pain, stress, anxiety. Oh, that's an amazing oil for calming. And then infants. And I just love this. There's a book called Pregnancy and Oils, and you can get it on Amazon, but it's a midwife talking about how she uses oils all through the pregnancy and then through the birth. And I just love that.
The lady's name is Stephanie Fritz.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, if the author is Stephanie Fritz. So if you do have anybody pregnant, you're going to a baby shower and you want to put them a little package together, that book and a couple of little oils would be a lovely gift.
Oh, absolutely. And I remember she uses balance on the baby right when they come out. And if you can imagine, if you've smelled balance, how just calming and grounding that is. And, you know, the baby is coming from this quiet, you know, little, and then out into this bright, loud world in the hospital. So how amazing would that be to have some balance for them? And then frankincense as well, just for calming the central nervous system and just easing them into the world a little more calmly. Great to use daily on the back of the neck as part of a massage. And obviously, you know, diluting the oils for the babies, you know, and we could post the ratios you can use to make like little blends in a rollerball bottle. But obviously for, you know, the younger you get, the more carrier oil you can use and the less oil you would need to use. So yeah, saves your oil. And then myrrh, applying to the umbilical cord once a day, and then to the belly button as a liquid Band-Aid. So
isn't that amazing? I would never, I mean, it was always such a nightmare, that umbilical cord.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Phil would always be nervous changing diapers at first. And
oh, it was the scariest thing for sure.
All right, so as we move along here, every baby, I don't care if you'd say that your baby did not have tummy issues, you're either just forgetting or you were delirious, or you're just lying to me, because every baby has some kind of sensitive tummy. I mean, they're going from never eating anything to all of a sudden eating something, whether you're giving them formula, so you're trying to find something that works for them, or whether you're producing the milk. Whatever you're eating is gonna impact the different proteins and enzymes that are in your milk, and so your baby is more tolerant to certain things than others. And I definitely would have used Tamer, and I use Tamer now as well. Tamer is a great oil even as an adult to use for any kind of digestive discomfort, but it's specifically designed with a more gentle collection of oils for the more the younger, less developed tummy. So Tamer oil is wonderful to, I would put it on the abdomen, maybe on the base of the back, and definitely the soles of the feet. For any kind of kiddos get reflux where they're just throwing up all the time, or they get silent reflux, which is what my kids had, which is where they kind of spit up and it's in their mouth and then they swallow it again. So they never actually part with it. It kind of comes up and then it goes back down again. And it's almost like those little sphincters inside the esophagus they're just not working right yet. They're so young. I mean, they need to still learn how to do all of these things. And the Tamer would have been wonderful to add, just rather than, I think I had to use a medication on them in the end, like an actual, like
on Zantac. They put my second on Zantac, and I was like, I really didn't want to, but I didn't know about this.
I had no other alternative. Like, these kids it was burning them on the way up, burning them on the way down. They were crying all the time.
She was miserable. Like I couldn't even lay her down like flat.
Yeah. Same with both of mine.
Yeah, so, Matthew had the same issues, and I had to end up putting him on something eventually also. And I think he had the same kind yours did, Bex, because there were no obvious outward signs other than the fact that he just wouldn't sleep. It was horrible.
Yeah. So see how common it is?
It's common.
It's very common. And I have a question. Like, my youngest, he suffers from gas, like bad gas. Like, he's always has an upset tummy. And I've had him, I know. So I'm getting ready to take him to get tested to see what his food sensitivities are. But I have him on the Terrazyme, but it doesn't seem to have any effect for him. Like, what else would you recommend?
Well, Tamer, definitely Tamer. I would do, is he taking the probiotics? Hello? I don't know, but I'll answer the question because I'm sure she'll come back. I would do probiotics. Will you?
Hello.
Gina?
Oh, yeah. Probiotics, Kim. We're talking
about.
And then I
lost you guys for a minute there.
My 8-year-old just loves straight peppermint, so he uses the peppermint touch all the time whenever he's got any kind of tummy issue.
Okay.
He doesn't want anything else. No.
And does he just put that right on his?
He puts it on his belly button.
Does he just put that right on his belly button?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but they both mine take the probiotics. They both take the Tries and the On Guard, and then I think that's about it, really.
Yeah, but,
Okay, and that's.
The Terrazyme may even. Well, I was trying to think. It may take a little time for his tummy to kind of equalize and
balance.
And you have to know like what's, if you can try to find out what's causing it is like obviously the best,
right.
Cutting different things out and
and the hard thing is getting them on board as well, the kids, because they're such nightmares to live with, aren't they? And they start whining and you're like, I just need you to eat. Fine, whatever. I'm there, I get it. So
absolutely.
let's move on.
I was just going to say, try to put the peppermint on like before every meal and see if it helps kind of,
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend the little peppermint beadlets?
You could
Would you guys recommend the little peppermint beadlets?
If he likes those, yeah, try that for sure. Any way to get some peppermint in.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's on board. I mean, he's actually pretty great with the experimentation when it
I
comes
love
to
that.
stuff. Because it doesn't feel good for him either. So I kind of do my rounds of all the oils with him in the morning before he goes to school. But like the situation with his tummy, the upset tummy, that's like, I don't know what's causing it, and nothing's really helping that so far. So
we did a digestive class as well, Kim, a couple of weeks ago. So maybe Gina can tag you in the recording and you can watch that, because there were lots of ideas on it.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Gina, could you do that, please?
I will do that. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So-
All right.
Thank
So
you.
on the previous slide, I didn't quite get a chance to talk about so there's also doTERRA do this unscented lotion. And so this is what I definitely massaged my babies every night. And I did little exercises with them. I would cross their arms over and then stretch them out. I do the same with their legs, opening their hips, putting their knees to their chest. I'm very much into babies. I love babies. They're my thing. But to have this lotion that is like beyond organic quality, and then mixing it with whatever oils you want, not only is it going to calm your baby, it's really going to calm you. And here they're mentioning to use lavender, Roman chamomile. I just wanted to mention it before we move past.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so funny. Every time I like think about a massage with oils, I just get so excited. I'm like, ooh, I need to do that. Like when we talked about aroma touch, I'm like, ooh, I need to put some of that on.
Yeah.
But no, lavender and Roman chamomile, really great oils to use with babies for, teething and calming.
I made my friend a little mix with the copaiba, the Roman chamomile, and the lavender. And that's what she uses for teething. And we tried it on our teeth, on our gums too, just to see like what, and it kind of numbs it, and so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's something that everybody goes through, and just calming for sleep. That's another thing, if you can, massage those babies before bedtime. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All right. So then doTERRA has graciously created a kids line of LLV, kids line of supplements. So there's an A to Z with all the vitamins and minerals. Again, no synthetics, just all natural goodies in there. And then the Omega blend, which is great for the brain development and just overall body, muscles and joints and all that. And then the kids probiotic is very popular. It's like a little pixie stick almost. And I believe, what is that, watermelon flavor? Yeah.
It is watermelon. And a lot of the directions say to dissolve it in water, but I would not dissolve it in water. I would just put it like, my kids do it as a treat.
Mm-hmm.
There's a probiotic pixie stick for kids.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Can I take it?
PB Assist Junior.
What is it called, Gina? I'm sorry.
It's PB Assist Junior. I thought I sent you some of these before. Maybe it was somebody else. But yeah.
Okay.
They're awesome. They're like $25, and you tell them they're a pixie stick, and you can get them to clean their room first. Like I'll be like, go pick up your room, and you can have a pixie stick. And they do. It's so funny.
Love them. Yeah.
And you just straight, no mixing it with water, just have them like right in their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Didn't know about that.
As you can, starting with the babies and their acid and issues, and it's just a very common thing with kids. So food sensitivities, our food supply is, sometimes not the best, and there's chemicals on the food and that sort of thing. So getting the kids started on this kind of program early is really good idea. And then obviously for daily immune support, you have the On Guard Touch and you have the beadlets. Also diffusing On Guard for them is great for the immune system.
So I had a question on the On Guard Touch. Like I got one because the promotion 2 months ago? I don't know, lost track. But like I get the beadlets internally, I get the wipes and all that. What do I do with the like where's a good place to use the touch? Like
well,
I love your questions.
Yeah, for kids and adults, on the feet daily is a great practice before you put your socks and shoes on. I mean, I've rolled it on the spine if they're coming down with something. But I would say on the feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got a bit of a sore throat as well, it can be good on the throat. But yeah, spine and soles of feet are something that you'd want to do daily just for boosting your immune system.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I actually carry one with me. It's in my car and I use it sometimes instead of the hand sanitizer.
Mhm.
I just roll it on my hands and then I'll like rub it on my mask. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good to know.
So the next thing, and I think this is pretty much the last thing about our kids, is the kids collection. This comes in, I think, right around $100. It's an awesome product. It comes with this cute little pouch, and it's got flashcards specifically designed so the kids can understand what body system they're helping with each of these oils. There are 7 of them. So there's 2 for the brain. There's Thinker and Calmer. So the Thinker is obviously, well, it's not obvious. I'll just tell you. The Thinker is something that's going to help your focus. So you're wanting to apply that on the kiddos right before they go to school, or if they're logging on for school, on their temples, maybe under their nose, on their pulse points. I like to put oils on the crown and the occipital lobe back here as well. And the second brain one is Calmer, which is, it's like a Roman chamomile lavender, amazing sleepy blend. If you don't have this, this is not just for kids. Get it. It's yummy. So at bedtime, you want to be putting this on the soles of the feet, across the heart, rubbing it in your hands, taking deep inhales. I hope they come out with the diffuser versions of these. I love these blends. So there's some body ones in there. There's Rescuer, which is kind of like a kid's deep blue. So it's for like little growing pains. If they've been at soccer all day and then gone surfing, you know, you can use that one. There's the Tamer, which is for the tummy, which we've just spoken about. And then Stronger, which is one of my personal favorites. It's got Litzy in there. I love the smell of this one. This one is like a more gentle version of On Guard. So some people find On Guard to kind of be a bit of an aggressive scent with the clove in there. And Stronger doesn't have quite that element. So it's a more gentle immunity boosting roller. And then there's 2 remaining, which are for the heart, and it's Brave and help me, Gina. Brave and
I can't see them.
I can't see them. I was actually going off memory right then. Was that impressive?
So good. I'm listening.
I can't remember. There's another one. But it's like balance. It's something about balance.
What is it?
Brave is amazing. I love Brave.
Steady. Is it Steady?
Steady. Thank you. See, balance, steady. I was close. And then Steady is like the kids' balance. It's lovely. So this collection, yes, it's very cutesy. It's wonderful for a gift for a niece or a nephew, but it's also a wonderful collection for you to use yourself. We all know that when we're starting to use oils, that certain things work for us that don't work for other people. And these may be the ideal collection for you. So I definitely recommend, you can buy them individually as well. And they're anywhere between, I'd say, $15 and $22 each. So I highly recommend them.
I love that. Also, you know, there's the ones that kind of address the, you know, calming and the emotions, because teaching your kids early on, you know, that, and this is what the little flashcards say, like, oh, if you're feeling, you know, I don't know, angry or whatever, I don't forget how they worded it, but, you know, use this one and it will help calm you. And so, you know, helping them to kind of realize the emotions and how we have ways we can calm them naturally is great for you know, especially 2-year-olds, 2 to 4. And then, you know, and then when the girls start with their hormones around 9, so speaking of hormones, so now we're getting into adolescence. So there's a great skincare line for changing skin. And this is good for adolescents on up. If you have acne prone skin, this line is great. There's a pump soap, like a foaming soap. There's a roller for spot, if there's acne spots. I know that has melaleuca in it, I'm sure, or tea tree, along with probably some lavender. I haven't used that one in a while.
Geranium, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what is that stuff there? And gosh, is it a lotion? Like a
It is.
Okay.
So there's a cleanser, and it's like the roller almost acts as your toner, and then you've got your moisturizer as well.
Yeah, for my dogs. And then of course the Lifelong Vitality in the half dose, which I swear by, especially for hormone balance. It's great. I have 2 teenage girls, so yeah. And I even give it to Cooper, who's 13. So especially the omegas, and he can swallow pills like crazy. So definitely good.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, Gina. Sorry. No, I was gonna say, because you mentioned hormonal imbalance. I feel like I struggle with that. Even I'm 31 years old, but I feel like my hormones, especially on my period, are crazy.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for more natural remedies. But would you say that Lifelong Vitality helps with hormonal imbalance as well?
Yes. Like in a huge way. Absolutely.
Okay.
It was one of the main things I felt, like one of the first like benefits, because I was like, I don't feel that crazy. I feel just calm, and like I can handle the stress and everything that's coming at me. Oh, it's a huge, yes.
Cool.
Absolutely. And
I just started mine yesterday. So
Nice, Paige. Love it.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh.
a lot of pills though. It's a lot.
It is, because it is the whole foods, but it's worth it. I can't wait.
It's okay if I'm splitting them over the day though, right?
Yeah.
If we put them over the door, it's better. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely split them up. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And I mean, as well, I know it's a lot of pills when you first see it, but just remember the reason that these are better, let's just say it, they are better than what you're going to buy at Costco, is because dōTERRA looks at everything that you do need in a day and said, it's not possible to get that into one pill, so we're not even going to try. And so that's why they split it into the omegas and the cellular complex and then the food supplement complex, because you can't. And instead of trying and following everybody else down that same old path, instead of hopping on that bandwagon of one a day, they led from the front and said, no, it's okay. And we have to take more to fully supplement ourselves. So yes, there's a lot of pills, but no, it's because we're doing it right.
Well, yeah. And it's not a waste, you're not wasting the vitamins and minerals that were in that one a day. You're spreading it out so that your body is able to use it and absorb it and not just flush it right out. Right.
Yeah. It's brilliant. So we're going to talk more about emotions and hormone balance here. So get your notebook out, Lindsay. So we're all, I think, now in love with Adaptive. Adaptive's only been around for us it's less than 2 years. And it's a phenomenal product that they came out with to support 2 different major procedures that happen within our brain and our central nervous system. So it's very calming to the body, but it also works on restoring you out of that fight or flight mode and into more of a central balanced place. So the oil Adaptive and then the supplements are a wonderful product to use, both to support sleep, but just to support your emotions and keeping them more balanced throughout the day. So here they're showing them with our cute little diffuser. And then they've got the roller there. I have a high school student who I have carry an Adaptive roller with her, and she loves it. She loves it. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. And I don't know, I love diffusing Adaptive sometimes just with peppermint. I love both of them together. They're just it's not centering. I'm not sure what it is. It's just releasing kind of, and it just allows you to settle, I think.
Absolutely. I wish they would have put the Adaptive capsules on here, because I have several friends with teenagers that those have helped immensely with their anxiety and stress. They're
the only thing that worked for me. They're the only thing. You guys know me by now. Lindsay's kind of new to me, but very type A, very tightly wound. I love having fun with the best of them, but I am a bit of a moniker and I like to organize the fun. So unless you get me really tipsy, I'm going to be organizing your fun. I'm like the fun police. I can't help it. But I get very tightly wound about silly things, especially with my kids when they're not doing what I'm asking them. And the only way for me to truly stop is if I take adaptive capsules. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, okay, sure, you can wear that. I don't really care. But I really do care. And so it's like, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but for me, that's a big deal.
That's a new bet.
My kids, my little European stylish kiddos, my little studs, need to be looking a certain way all the time. And sometimes they come out and I'm like, those pants have been in the trash 3 times. How are they back in your closet? Like, why are we wearing this? You know, and I just pop a little adaptive capsule and chill myself right out. Mm-hmm. And then we leave the house looking like scruffs. Good Lord, please don't take a camera near me. And then Clary Calm. So Clary Calm's a wonderful oil. It's the women's monthly blend, but it's designed to use every single day to reduce the impact of your cycle. So if you can use Clary Calm, Lindsay, on your lower abdomen and the soles of your feet every day for a month, you will most likely see a difference.
Wow.
It keeps you more even keeled. Your period surprises you. You're like, oh, I forgot this was coming, kind of. That's where I am now when I remember to take it, because I'm the world's worst for forgetting to use all these things that work. So Clary Calm is amazing. And it's great as well for when you've got teenagers who get those real big surges of breakouts because of their hormones. It's great to use for that. And I've had a friend who's taken the pink and purple label off and just put like a basic sticker on there, like acne, and given it to her son, and had, you know, the 15-year-old son with cystic acne everywhere. You know the kind I'm talking about. And he's been putting it on the soles of his feet and his skin cleaned up in a couple of months. Wow. So it's wonderful at balancing the hormones. I don't particularly love the smell of this one. So I'm somebody who only puts it on my feet and then I put my socks on, because I don't really like the smell, but I love the benefits. Yeah. So I do it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm gonna order that. I'm actually gonna order a few. Yeah. Now that I'm having this for my LRP.
Yeah. And also Clary Calm is not diluted. So I usually split it up into a couple rollers. And then I just plant them everywhere because, like I said, I have 2 teenage girls, and this is, and I have friends who call this magic. Like I have a friend who was going to have a hysterectomy. She started the Lifelong Vitality and she used the Clary Calm and she was able to keep her uterus. So it is magical. Also for like fibroids, like just so many things. It's a really, really, and people do call it magic.
Magic.
Women.
All right, next slide, Gina. It's all you. Everybody knows. Woo!
Oh my gosh. Well, this is like one of my favorite things. So, the Lifelong Vitality, as we have mentioned, is just a really great product. They have done research on what our body needs and how to deliver it in the best way that, you know, you're not wasting money, you're getting everything you need. It for sleep, Lindsay, for the hormones, for your skin, your hair, energy. It's life-changing. It's a really, because I'm not a vitamin person, and I tried those one-a-days and they would make my stomach just feel all funky, but this, no, it's really great. It's like a gentle cleansing all the time. That's what I call it. So it really helps your digestive system as well in huge ways. So energy, mental clarity, decreased inflammation is another one. A lot of people have, with chronic knee pain, it's helped them. It definitely helped just kind of like water weight, and that like the last 10 pounds you can never use. I remember seeing that kind of like, and it's inflammation is what it is. So they're amazing. And I could talk for a long time, but
she normally does.
That's what it boils down to. Like so good for your body, just for the base, you know?
And look, see how perfect is this?
How perfect is this?
These are my babies. So I constantly, as much as Gina bangs on about Lifelong Vitality, I bang on about Terrazyme. If you have never experienced Terrazyme yet, shame on you. Get it. It is the best thing ever. So Terrazyme is a digestive enzyme that supports your gut in getting everything out, basically. So naturally, your saliva, when you're chewing, breaks down your food and you're able to swallow it. We used to have a lot of digestive enzymes naturally occurring in our foods, but now we don't, because our soils are depleted. Nothing's really that organic, and it's legal to buy things that basically, I think they're plastic. Like, what is that squirty cheese all about? You can't buy that in Europe. That's weird. But so Terrazyme is an artificial, it's not an artificial, sorry, but it's a supplement of a natural digestive enzyme that you can take with every meal. You can take it morning and night. I take one on an empty stomach in the morning, and I take two with my largest meal of the day, and it decreases your bloat. And it allows you to have that less full feeling after dinner, or if you've eaten something that you maybe know you're going to be sensitive to, maybe it's pretty rich, maybe it's red meats, maybe you're, maybe you're not lactose intolerant, but you know that if you have too much dairy, it bothers you. If you take a couple of Terrazyme, it's going to reduce those problems and just settles your tummy. It helps kind of clean you out, and it just breaks down your food that's stuck in your gut so that it can leave in the nicest possible way that you can say this. And then lemon oil. So we all know that lemon is amazing for cleaning. It does the exact same thing for your body. So by adding lemon oil to your water every day, it's kind of a gentle cleanse constantly. Citrus oils in general are wonderful for just detoxing and cleaning you out. So by adding any citrus really, but lemon specifically in the morning with warm water before anything else, and your Terrazyme is really a great way to keep your system running clean and just keep you refreshed and healthy.
Yeah, it's very energizing, lemon in your water. Absolutely. Also, a lot of people like squirt a lemon in their water, but when you're using the actual lemon, it can affect the what is it, the enamel?
The enamel.
So using the lemon oil, you're not having that issue. You're not having to worry about that.
Yeah, a lot of people claim that they get acid reflux, and that's why they don't like lemon in their water. But with the lemon oil, it's taken from the rind, not the flesh. And so you shouldn't have any digestive issues and reflux either, which is wonderful. So it doesn't compromise your enamel, and it's better for your GI tract.
Oh, this is absolutely perfect, because this is like one of my favorite. This is what I use on my skin. Like, I just love this stuff. So the yarrow palm is a blend of the yarrow root plant, I believe it's a root, and then pomegranate seed oil. And they developed this about 2 years ago as well, I believe. And this has changed my skin. So it's also very great internally. So consuming it 1 to 2 drops in the morning and night to promote healthy metabolism and your immune system. Applying to the skin for young and healthy skin, absolutely. Like, it gives you that kind of dewy look that everybody's like puts all this makeup on to achieve. It's just a natural dewy look. So I put it on right before I put my makeup on, and then your makeup goes on like clean and nice, and your skin is hydrated. It is the absolute best stuff.
Yeah. It is good. It is good. And it's higher in antioxidants than both vitamin E and C combined. It's great to help produce naturally. It promotes your natural production of collagen as well. So it's a good oil to, take a drop of in the morning. And then, like Gina says, use it as a base for your makeup, maybe a mask once a week, things like that.
Oh yeah, and I just put it right on. It's blue, but it rubs right in, and I just
it is blue, very blue, friends, very blue.
But it's
awesome. I love that stuff.
Right? It's amazing.
Gina, this slideshow seriously is like made for us. This is so funny. So Tries is my love language. I take Tries every single day, as does everybody in my house. I'm somebody who took Benadryl or Piriton in England since I was 5, twice a day. I've got a very severe allergy to peanuts, and it was so severe that the doctor basically said, I just want you to be taking this daily, because just in case, because we need to get time. We need the time to get you to the hospital, basically, because it's really bad. So I've been taking these forever, and I do struggle now with histamine balance, probably because my body's never learned how to do it correctly by itself. But I don't take any more antihistamines. I use Tri-Ease. So with those seasonal threats in the air right now, with the Santa Anas jumping on in, and then we've got the hot and the cold, my sinuses are a mess. Jasper and Leo, my kids, are the same, and Phil's struggling at the moment right now as well. And so we take Tri-Ease 2 and 3 times a day, in all honesty, when it's bad. And it's a combination of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And it's just a little capsule ready to go. And I swear by them, swear by them. The only thing is, you do need to take it multiple times a day if you really are struggling. Whereas with a Benadryl, you'd take it once, but then get sluggish and get knocked out. So I would highly, highly recommend doing it naturally with the lemon, lavender, peppermint, and just allowing your body basically to figure out how to do this naturally. I'm loving it. Love it. Love.
I have a girlfriend who was basically hooked on Claritin like several times a day, and then she started to research what could happen, you know, to her liver, and she was like, okay, I need to change this. And she's so funny. She made a little sniff jar, like in a baby food jar. She's so funny. And she put a cotton ball, and she would put lemon, lavender, and peppermint, and she would just sniff it all day. But that was the way she weaned herself off her allergy medications. But
I've never heard that story, Gina. That is hilarious.
Yeah. And so now she uses Tri-Ease, but that's how she started. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, super funny. All right, DDR Prime. So this is a cellular renewal blend, and this is just, you know, for adults and really any age as well, taking 1 to 3 drops internally or applying topically daily to support the brain and cellular health. And I have 2 parents who died from complications due to cancer. And so this, keeping our cells healthy is just on my mind. So this is a great one. It comes in also a capsule, so makes that easy to take daily. But I highly, you know, recommend supporting our cellular health. And there's a lot of different oils that can do that, but this is just a powerhouse that is great. You know, for anyone struggling with any cellular, you know, issues, it's a really good one to have daily.
It's excellent. And it comes in a capsule as well. The capsules are a little more pricey, but I do prefer them because I would prefer to take a capsule than more drops. And it's just the ease of it for me with the 2 little kids and everything. I just need to be able to grab and go, and sometimes the drops can be a little challenging for me. So
absolutely, yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, it's an amazing blend to have on hand.
So we kind of are moving on to some general concepts now. And for an adult, obviously diffusing your oils in, on, and kind of around you all the time in all of the rooms of your house, it's really going to help to create a calmer environment. You're going to feel more uplifted, but as well, it's going to be reducing those toxic fragrances. And Gina and I have done many different classes that touch on the importance of reducing your toxic load, and diffusing essential oils is, in my opinion, the easiest way to get started with that. So pull out your overly scented cheap candles, trash them, and your you know, the plugins that you can buy super cheap from Costco, the bulk ones that I used to love, in all honesty. This was my life. Get rid of those and just start diffusing, and you'll notice very quickly that you're becoming a smell snob, because when you walk into someone else's house who has one of those plugins, you immediately know. And not only is your nose letting you know, but I bet you get a headache and feel sick. And it's because you're very aware of the synthetic fragrance. So you just want to be careful that whenever you're purchasing anything, outside of doTERRA that if it says it's got a fragrance, there are thousands of chemicals that are hidden behind that one name, fragrance, that are creating that scent. Basically, it's not natural. So go ahead and by diffusing your oils, you're going to reduce your toxic load significantly. A good rule of thumb here is you can use up to 24 drops in 24 hours internally for optimal health. A lot of people say, oh, I put lemon oil in my water this morning, so I probably can't do it again till tomorrow, right? Or I have a headache, and you said to use frankincense and lavender and lemongrass in a capsule, but I already did lemon in my water. Am I going to overdose on oils? Well, I don't think so, love. You're just fine. I personally do whatever I need whenever I need it. But a good rule of thumb is 24 drops in 24 hours. Now, if you're ill and we're doing some kind of protocol that Gina or I have helped you establish, you may go over that 24 drops. But you got to remember that when you're sick and the doctor prescribes you medication, it's not something you take every day. It's something out of the norm. And so you kind of take more to get better. And so, yes, 24 drops in 24 hours is the average amount. And it's just that rule of thumb. But then if you're working with pain or migraines or some digestive issues, we may go over that 24 drops. But just know that Gina and I are we're referring to previous done research, and you do whatever you're comfortable with.
And the oils are not building up in your body. Your body is metabolizing them constantly, just like food. So they're not, you're not like storing it up.
There's no like, like half-life, like medications have half-lives and things like that. The reason why sometimes you feel like you're taking more oils than you would say antibiotics is because we're metabolizing it so quickly, So I have a wonderful little potion that I recommend when people have really bad headaches or migraines, but they're like, well, should I really take it again? It's only been like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, do you feel like you need to take it again? Yeah, well, then do it. Like, because I promise you'll feel better tomorrow, so but you do what you're comfortable with. And then the last thing is to apply oils daily to reduce your stress and increase your energy. So I have my Motivate here. I love using, what have you got?
Citrus Bliss.
So yeah, I love using Motivate. I use it constantly, actually. I just carry it around with me. Mm-hmm. It's a great oil just to kind of keep you on track and focused and moving. So yeah, just applying your oils is a wonderful way to keep yourself just feeling tip top.
Is that your trick?
I have Motivate too. I love it. I love applying it before work, actually. It helps me focus for my shifts at work.
It's like that. A nice blend. Citrus Bliss creates an environment that is uplifting and free from toxic fragrances. So Bex just touched on this. Yes, absolutely. Turn to the oils versus the chemical fragrances. You will feel better. Like she said, I do develop like a stomach kind of not nauseous feeling around like candles or in the cleaning aisle, especially. Oh boy, it's a lot. So definitely choose something natural. It's easy. It's, monetarily, it's inexpensive when you boil it down to how much you're spending per drop. It's like cents per drop.
Exactly. And I think a lot of the time people do get sticker shock, and there's really no need, because you can't compare apples and oranges. That's what I try to explain. Like, people are like, well, yeah, but I could get these plugins for this amount, but you're going to charge me this much for this one bottle. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't get an emotional benefit from plugging these things in. You don't actually get, this isn't going to impact your limbic system positively. You're actually going to get a physical and a mental boost from essential oils. And the difference between a synthetic fragrance and then an essential oil is when there's like a musty smell in the air, maybe you've had the windows closed, you've been on vacation for the weekend, and you come back and you can just smell that the house hasn't had any air. If you spray an old school air freshener, you kind of get that musky spray and the new spray, and it all kind of mingles together, and neither of them are pleasant. Whereas with essential oils, you diffuse them and they grab onto those pockets of smells in the air, and they just disperse them and replace them with a pleasant smell. And so that's the nice thing about essential oils, is they just change the room.
Mhm.
They do. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yes, I love that.
Topical, we kind of touched on this throughout, but it's just a good reminder. So those 3 ways to use our oils are aromatically, topically, and then Gina will talk about the third one. So here our little examples are ta-da, motivate and adaptive. Wonderful oils to just be using daily to reduce your stress, increase your energy, increase your focus. I use them all the time. I'm like an oil slick at all times. Not as much as Paige's fiance, I have to admit. He would take the biscuit on that one. But yeah.
I told him one day when he's
oil.
home, he's coming on and talking.
Oh, that'd be great. Gosh.
Maybe and that might be why he jets out early on Saturday morning.
Right? Because he's scared that we're gonna get him.
And then internally, go ahead.
I gotta go to work.
Yeah, right. Bye. Oh gosh, grapefruit, lime, tangerine. The citrus are just, I mean, I say every oil is my favorite, but the citrus oils, I could literally just sniff them all day long. So great in your water daily. Switch it up. I like a little peppermint too. So like a drop of grapefruit and a drop of peppermint.
Yeah, Phil does.
So good. Anyway, up to 24 drops internally. It's metabolizing through your body. It's cleansing your body, like Beck said, grabbing onto those impurities and flushing them out. So great to use internally. And in our food, we didn't really talk about that, but cooking with oils is absolutely and Beck's put lavender in her coffee grounds this morning. So
all gone.
But yeah, there's so many ways to use them in our daily, what we're putting in our body.
So we're moving on to the glory years now. So think about maybe your patients, Lindsay. Let's think about our moms and our grandmas and our aunties and our uncles. Again, always the lifelong vitality supplements are something that are really going to help support their joints, improve energy, and then protect and nourish the brain, because it's got that cellular complex there. And then the omegas are so important for that. And then fractionated coconut oil here. It's important that as people get older, their skin really thins. And so fractionated coconut oil is a wonderful way to dilute your oils and apply them to the skin when the skin is more fragile. I would apply this concept to your newborn as well and your kiddos. Mm-hmm. And it is, honestly, we have oils that are considered hot oils. We have milder oils. I would recommend diluting everything at first before you just put something straight on you, because you just don't know how your body is going to react, whether it's going to overuse it and get a little rash or a reaction there. A lot of oils are kind of deemed safe to use neat directly on your skin, but I don't think it can ever hurt to show a little caution and dilute with the fractionated coconut oil. And it's back in stock. It's $12 and it's lovely. It's really good.
It is nice. You can use it just as a like moisturizer too.
Yeah. Oh, I love this, Gina.
Is this for me?
The bone one's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, would you want to talk about this one? Because I have not actually started taking this one yet. I probably should.
Right. I highly recommend this one. So I have one of my sharers on my team. Her name is Tracy. She'll not mind me sharing her story, but she has early onset osteoporosis. She's in her early 50s, and I think she's been under somebody's she's been seeing this specialist for a handful of years now. So she really does have early onset. She's very athletic. She's fit. She looks healthy. She's super trim, but her bones are not working with her. They're working against her. So she normally has quite a rapid decrease in whatever it is, bone density, I think that they measure. Mm-hmm. She's got a significant decrease every time she goes to check, goes in for her appointments. And her last appointment that she went to, everything had remained the same since the previous year. And the main thing that she changed was she added this bone nutrient complex. She took it in for her doctor because he was like, I've never seen this. You've been on such a downward cycle. What have you changed? she took this in and he loves this stuff. He recommends this to people now.
I love that story.
So it's got both the magnesium and the manganese, I think it is, which is required for the magnesium to actually be absorbed correctly into the body. It's got zinc, calcium. I forget what it has in it, but it is it tells you on the slide. I'm not reading it. Contains vitamin D2 and D3. But it's actually, when you look at the contents, it's actually a good one a day. Like if you're really not up for your lifelong vitality, try this.
Yeah,
try this. It's a really great product.
Yeah, and I mean, most of us are deficient in magnesium, so and that affects our sleep and so many other things.
And you don't have to start taking this when you're older as well. Like I need to take this. I need to take a lot of stuff. I just forget. It's terrible. Don't do what I do what I say. I'm
gonna get this for my mom and for myself.
It's inexpensive as well, Gina. It's like $17. It's not a lot. It's super cheap.
I might even share with my husband.
If he's good. If he's really, really good.
Really good, he'll get a bone nutrient combo. No. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad we talked about this one. All right, and then the turmeric dual chamber capsules, supporting a healthy cardiovascular system, which is another, huge problem in our society, cardiovascular disease, inflammatory response. I took this recently for injured must have pulled a ligament in my knee, and it's still, I need to take more of this really. Again, I'm like Bex, like we get into our routine and it's like, anyway, I got to put in my little old lady pill reminder thing, but this is a great capsule for inflammatory response, for helping your body heal and keeping it, healthy. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm agreed. I'm just,
Yeah. And so so this is the turmeric, it's the turmeric extract, as well as did I say that correctly?
So they came out with the essential oil the year prior to the capsule. And they realized that because generally the essential oil is more powerful and more beneficial than the herb with these things. Okay. But with turmeric, it's not necessarily the case. They both equally are as powerful, but work on different elements. And I don't know what elements they are, but I do know that piece. And so they created this dual chamber capsule so that the essential oil is on the outside, and on the inside, there's a capsule of the actual botanical, the actual herb. And so you're getting the benefits of both by taking this.
Yes. Nailed it. And so this is a sample wellness box for your LRP to ensure that you got your free oil of the month every month, and you're getting, your credits, your product credits for free, anything you want. So lifelong vitality, $79.50 a month, and so worth every penny of that. The steamer, $20. TerraZyme, $20. Now, TerraZyme is $20 when you purchase the lifelong vitality. You get a discount on that.
Yeah.
Along with several other optional discounted items like the Deep Blue Complex, which is amazing for pain and inflammation. The
PB Assist, the Mito 2 Max. There's all sorts of different things that are discounted if you buy the lifelong vitality.
Yes. This is a great package just for, overall health, wellness, calming. This is a really great, kind of.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the end of our chat on oils for every age. And Bex and I, we want to share a little bit about just, how we built our pipeline, I guess, and how sharing the oils and earning some cash toward your oil habit and your oil supply. That's how we started, by just sharing with other, friends, family, and it has turned into much more, but it's really all about sharing these oils because we cannot keep them to ourselves. It's very easy to get your oils paid for, as well as to build a little, income for yourself. And it's fun, and you're helping people. It's been an amazing journey.
So there are three types of people when you start your essential oil journey. And by the end of your essential oil journey, you're normally a different kind of person. But you may just be somebody who really does just want to live that lifestyle. So you're all about moving from room to room in your house, removing those toxins and replacing them with a natural alternative. We call that kind of like mastering your home. You're really figuring out how to just have your house function at a more healthy, natural, kind of organic way. A different kind of person would be, I think where we all kind of sit is, you want to share this. You probably are interested in, you're placing $100, maybe $200 worth of product order every month. You're like, it wouldn't be the worst thing to get some of these oils paid for. And so you're wanting to share your experience, your positive experience of certain products with people who you know. And then maybe if you're on social media, people who you don't know necessarily, but you just wanted to share your positive experience and the benefits that you've actually found with certain products. I'm sure sat through this presentation, you actually thought, oh my gosh, my aunt really should get that bone density product. I'm going to message her, would be the next step, friends. You're going to message her and say, hey, I'm placing an order. I'd love for you to try this. It's less than $20. And just go ahead. And that's how you kind of start naturally sharing these products. And then the final kind of category, which is where Gina and myself are, is you're building an actual company. You're building your own side income, really. And for me, I've actually replaced my income. So I no longer work as an educational therapy full-time, 40 hours a week. I do that for 8 hours a week to fill my own personal love of teaching bucket. And my essential oil job, my company, is my income now. I love it. So I've built myself a pipeline where I have people underneath me who are sharing, and I team up with them and help them share these products to make an impact, because a lot of people don't know these benefits, and we really want to how dare we not, right? Like, it's rude of us to not want to share these products and help people have the same benefits that we're experiencing. And so that's kind of where Gina and I are. And we're actually starting a builders program to teach you, what are the steps of building? Where do I even start? Like, I want to share this, and I'm on social media and I'm sharing that, for example, Lindsay loves Serenity and she did a live about it. But how do I translate that to building a side income? Because I love when you sell a $30 product and you're, but you're not earning money off it per se. I want to teach you how to earn money from sharing these products so that you can do what I do, really do what Gina does, where we get our oils paid for and we help other people do the same.
And the nice thing is, and Bex told this story last time, is that you can go on a vacation and not work for a week, and people are still ordering these oils. doTERRA has and we're going to show a little slide, but doTERRA has one of the highest reorder rates in all the industry of home sale stuff, I guess you would call it. So people love this stuff and it helps them. And as far as living the wellness lifestyle, most people come into this because they have an issue and what they're trying is not working. And so, sharing another way for people to, be healthy and well and feel good it's just a feel good business for us.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
So where are you, so traditional jobs, you're trading your hours for dollars, and there's a limit a lot of times on your advancement and your earnings and time freedom, of course. And you're building others' dreams. And this is kind of where I am. Like, I want to be home for my kids and home, and supporting my husband in all his endeavors. And so this has been the perfect thing for me. After the kids, I have not gone back to a 9-to-5 job. This is what I do. And, And it's been an amazing, fun journey. Like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I can't even tell you how much fun we have with this. But and I'm helping people, which is like I'm just a helper. Like, so it's been perfect. So this is authentic direct sales, and dōTERRA organized the company like this on purpose because we're here to support people in learning how to use these products. We're not just gonna, sell them an oil and like, forget about it. And it's gonna sit on their counter. Like, we want people using this and we want to help people. And so that is why they created this direct sale, company. And so you are earning true residual income on what other people are ordering for their health and wellness. There's no limit on advancement and earnings. You can make it what you want. Which I think is just amazing. So everybody's business looks different, but it's yours, and you do with it what you want. You do it how you want. Freedom to choose your schedule. So it is a good thing to do, on the side of another job, because you can do as much as you want. And then maybe it turns into something bigger and you can quit that job. And that has happened to, hundreds of thousands of people. And you're building your dreams and you're doing it the way you want. And it's all yours. So been great. And then a little bit about dōTERRA, Bex.
So why dōTERRA? So, and I try not to read this screen, but so there are many MLMs out there. There are many direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing companies out there. Why would you want to work with dōTERRA? Well, first of all, they're incredibly trusted, and they are the most tested essential oil company on the market. And there are alternatives, don't get me wrong. But Gina and I did our research, and we both found dōTERRA, thank goodness, and we found each other. But dōTERRA are a wonderful company. They do things differently to other MLMs in that they pay you to build for a long time versus paying you a lot upfront initially, which can be a little challenging to get started. But that's the difference between hauling buckets and getting paid constantly versus, like Gina said, there's been a couple of months where I've not even been in the country because my mother's been ill, and I've still hit my target because these products are so trusted and so tested that the people on my teams are still ordering. I think generally the reorder rate for products of this nature, like home consumables, is around, is it like 28 to 35%, Gina? But ours is,
I thought it was like 7 or something.
Oh, is it really that low? I know that ours, it was 68%, but now it's higher than that. So the people who ordered dōTERRA are like 4 times more likely to reorder than they are if it's a different product from a different company. And that's because they're consumables. They're products that we can use every day in our homes. And they have an amazing product line of spa products, the supplements, all that. And then we've got all those greens and those protein shakes and the fiber powders. And so the entire product line is really going above and beyond now. So I'm just going to read this slide so that I'm not missing anything. So they're the most tested and trusted, over 8.5 million customers. They're used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. There's actually a cancer clinic in, I think it's Virginia, that use these oils constantly to help the side effects of the chemotherapy with wonderful success. We are the largest essential oil company in the world. Woohoo! The growth rate for dōTERRA is very similar to that of Apple. So we're a $1 billion company in 7 years. We're on our 11th year now. So, but in 7 years, we were a $1 billion company, and we have 0 debt. So, here we go. We're a record-breaking retention rate. So it's 65%, and the average industry rate is only 13% to reorder a product. We create partnerships with growers around the world where we harvest from, last time I checked, it was 46 countries, and 96% of those harvesters and growers exclusively work with dōTERRA and no one else. So you truly are getting a very individualized product that no one else can get you. We're privately owned, and we're debt-free with no outside funding. Woo!
Yeah, it's definitely you know, they have done very well in developing this company, and if you guys ever get to hear the owners speak, they're a really neat group of people that you know, have sacrificed a lot, but their focus is purity and, you know, testing and making a good product, and so we feel really good about what they're doing. One of my first classes, so talking about the use by doctors and hospitals, I have some friends in, oh my gosh, not Missouri. It's an M.
Kansas?
Nope, it's an M state. Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
Michigan? Oh,
No, Minneapolis. I have a couple customers. They're nurses. They work in a hospital that uses the oils, lavender especially for, you know, people, for calming you know, the patients, and they diffuse them for the nurses' benefit as well, keeping the nurses calm. And they've used them for years very successfully, and they use dōTERRA. But I remember one of my first classes was a group of all these nurses, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. They're going to ask me all these like technical, like medical questions, but they were so great, and they just love these oils. And it makes me so happy that, you know, doctors and hospitals are using them worldwide. So I had to tell that story.
that's it. So this next slide basically is just a cute little visual about, are you hauling buckets? Or are you building a pipeline? So how are you investing your time each day? And you do what works for you, but the main difference between hauling buckets is that hourly rate. You know, you're getting paid this amount if you work this amount. Whereas, as we've mentioned a couple of times already, by building a pipeline, by building a team of like-minded people who love these products and love to keep reordering them, you're going to constantly get paid. And that's the difference between, you know, filling your well with buckets of water from down the mountain, you know, running back and forth, versus building yourself a pipeline where you can just turn on that little spigot and get a flow. And I think definitely I'm all about having money from many different directions. I don't know about you guys, but if I can have a little side hustle as well as my full-time job, why not? You know, and that's how a lot of people start.
Really, the pipeline is like icing on the cake for me, because this really is like, for me, it's all about helping people, and that I get my oils paid for is just like, whoo, that's awesome, you know. But it's, you know, and everybody's different, but
that's it. And we have push months where we're all selling a lot and we're building our teams. Then we have more calmer, relaxing months. We're definitely moving towards push months right now. As you move into spring, people are taking off their winter jacket and they're ready to kind of live a new lifestyle and get healthy and spring clean their home and their lives, you know. So this is a great time to embark on sharing with dōTERRA, because it's just, it's naturally, it's organically the time. It's the time to do it. Mother Nature is doing it, so why don't we?
And Bex and I have, you know, all sorts of you know, videos and things we've done that you guys are welcome to use always, you know, to share. And because a lot of this is foreign to people, and so just hearing all the ways you can use them in your home and with your pets, and, you know, it really opens people's eyes.
It does. And I think we should finish on this next slide, Gina. We should just do one more.
Yeah.
Just for the simplicity of this. So if you are interested in starting to build a little pipeline with dōTERRA, it is easy. I'm not going to say 1, 2, 3 because there's 4 steps. But you just sample. You teach them how to use that sample. You enroll them with either that product or ideally a collection, because if you can get them to buy a handful of oils versus one, they're going to see the benefits all around them much quicker. And then you support them with their product. It's that simple. Sample them, teach them, enroll them, and just support them. And that's what Gina and I do day in, day out. We take Gina's been on vacation twice already, like in the last few weeks. But she still gets paid. It's wonderful. You can work from wherever you are. You can put your time in certain weeks, and then other weeks take a little time off if you need.
You can share oils with your Uber driver like Bex did. I mean, you know,
If sales are tough, I take Uber drivers. I'm like, can you Uber me to Target, please? And they do. And then I sell them a kit on the way. It's awesome.
You crack me up. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining and sticking with us, because we did go a little over our hour, but we always love having you and having you share, your experiences. So you guys are great, and asking questions.
We love the questions. All right, friends. If anybody wants the worksheet from today, please let me know. I can get that over to you. There is a little, like a handout that goes along with this presentation, so I can get it to you.
Perfect. Okay, I would like one. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not a problem.
Thank you guys. I appreciate
Bye.
it.
All right.
you.
Take care.
Have a good rest of your
Bye.
weekend.